That's Katie Nolan. She still hasn't forgiven my father for his betrayal yesterday. He's going to try and get her again today. Katie, what do you like on the show today?
Not gonna happen.
You don't know that she's right.
Not gonna happen.
Probably wrong. She's usually wrong. Dale, papi.
You need to respect him. He won the Masters. Should the Celtics trade Kyrie Irving before the deadline?
That was pretty good. I got to admit, that was pretty good.
I was thinking it before, but I was like, today's not the day.
You were thinking it before. That or the rental car joke. Which would they go with? Every time I wear this jacket, you guys are going to do this to me? I'm not going to be able to wear this jacket anymore. I spent a lot of money on the jacket to celebrate the misery of Celtic green because Kyrie Irving is making a mess that you know Boston fans are going to hate because this is not normal what he's doing.
Ask me July 1st. No, I mean, I'm going to just do what's best for me. That's where it really comes down to. And I don't owe anybody so.
He's so right about doing what's best for him. He's not so right about the media keeping this a story because there's someone who can control whether this is a story anymore. And he's the one who keeps making it a story. If he signed or made a decision like he said he was going to when he was on the fumes of emotion during that rally and he said he was coming back, you can't then change your opinion at a time when we love the transaction so much that we're not going to get to the Super Bowl for a while on this show because we love basketball transactions. He's fueling this. He's got the right to, but he's going to get Boston plenty mad at him.
Yeah, you don't get to say I'm coming back and then be like, I don't know, I'm going to do what's best for me. Ask me again in a few months. That's not how it works. And then complain that we're talking about it too much. I am still holding out hope that he stays and we get Davis, and then they stay together. But again, I mean, I know you're wearing the green, but I'm always inside wearing the green.
She just went we on the Celtics as if she
Are we
was
not
one of
allowed
the
to
shooting
Come
guards.
on, everybody does that. I was once. It was a one-day contract.
What happened?
Bill Simmons, probably he's crying like a baby right now, you know what I mean?
Yeah, all of Boston is
That's
probably
right.
crying like a baby, little burping baby.
Burping?
That's right.
Should we trust the Knicks process?
Well, that is the appropriate response. I probably should have just left it that with that half snort, half. It sounded like a little muffler exhaust, didn't it? But you should be laughing at the Knicks because nobody trusts the Knicks. However, this is what I would say. If you've been as bad as the Knicks, you might as well be as bad as you can be, strip it down, and play for all of these free agents that you've been trying and failing to get for 15 years. I don't know if Enes Kanter saying the other day in an interview with Sports Illustrated means anything that he thinks that he knows that someone's coming to New York. But if he does know that, if he knows Kevin Durant is coming there, they're making the space to build one of those super teams. That's the play in 2019. Not to try and work around Kristaps. That's not going to get you anywhere because look at his body. You know one of those knees is going to end up in the third row in Dallas.
But even if they get Durant, they still have to get another big free agent signing, which is why they cleared so much space. And they're hoping to get that first pick so that they can get Zion. If any of those three things doesn't happen, this doesn't really work. Because after Zion, things fall down very quickly. And after Kyrie and Durant falls down very quickly. So there's really no other possibility for them to do something great. And their last great free agency signing was what? Amari Stoudemire?
Oh, more laughter. What do we got, Poppy?
The Knicks, they're going to be better than the Celtics next year. I'm telling you.
Little burping babies from Boston.
You look like you work for the Celtics, you know that? Is the unibrow to the Lakers starting to feel inevitable?
Starting? It's felt inevitable, hasn't it? It feels like it was colluded at dinner a few weeks ago and LeBron orchestrated this as the way to stay young later in life in his basketball career. It is good news for the Lakers that New Orleans is now accepting their telephone calls. They were not doing that before, according to Wojnarowski. But where we are now is they're accepting the telephone calls and they don't like what they're hearing. They're not only mad at the Lakers, they don't like the prospects involved if you listen to reporters who cover this team. So it's going to happen for Anthony Davis. It just might not happen when he or LeBron wanted to.
Well, the interesting thing is that the Pelicans are not interested in what the Lakers are offering, like you said, but there is a team that could sweeten the deal once the season is over, which is the Celtics. And so they could wait, and then once they're off of their Rose contracts, Kyrie and Davis, they could keep them both, which could then create a situation in which they decide to stay together and stay in Boston. I think is the only way I see him not going to the Lakers, and I'm not just saying that as a former member of the Boston Celtics.
A former member of the Celtics 2 questions ago.
You mean to tell me Adam Silver is not going to squash the deal with the Lakers? He's going to get LeBron James do whatever he wants to do in that league, you know? That's it. The guy's a big chicken, you know what I mean? I thought he was going to come through and squash the deal. Says, no, you cannot do that. That's tampering. That's collusion. Therefore, LeBron, you are suspended for this season and next season. That's the way you do things, eh? That's the way you stick your chest out and, you know, pump your chest and say, I'm the only sheriff in town. Nobody else is sheriff in town. I'm the only one.
It's the one there.
Mm-hmm. It's a town with only one sheriff,
one sheriff
but
and it's
puffed out chests.
2 chests, 1 sheriff.
Does LeBron look like he's actually getting old?
All right, so he's coming back from a month not playing off a groin injury. He almost has a triple-double. He helps them beat the Clippers, and we're going to ask the question about whether he looks old or not. He's not in his prime anymore. He can't be in his prime anymore. He would be aging differently than anyone in the history of the sport, given the amount of mileage on his body. But that is why he and his people are working so hard to get young people around him who can carry the superstar load. They know that at this age, this is where Michael Jordan started getting older too. Nobody in the history of the league has been putting in more time in minutes than this guy. He's got to get old eventually, unless he gets Tom Brady's doctor, who's not a doctor.
Hey, we're talking about LeBron, who slept in a hyperbaric chamber to try to get better faster. The guy is committed to not aging and being incredible still, which he was. Yes, the game was a little bit slower. He started off a little worse, but in the fourth quarter and overtime, he was LeBron. He looked just like LeBron. So what I've learned is as you age, recovery takes a little bit longer, whereas hangovers used to be a couple hours. They're now a couple days. And so it's natural, but he's still a great basketball player. And I only puked like twice.
Do you think that LeBron has an old groin?
I want to leave.
Well, what do I have then? Super old one.
It's more than old.
That's right, super old one. That's right.
I'm back in. The punchline made it. I didn't know what he was doing.
The oldest of groins.
Yeah.
Like a superhero of old groin.
Can we stop saying groin?
Feel bad for you. Holy bleep, the Super Bowl is this weekend. Who you got?
Really?
Who you got?
Man,
Holy bleep.
sports coverage has changed when on a Friday before the Super Bowl, we're talking about a guy from the Pelicans, LeBron's old groin, before we get to the actual game. Now, I have picked against the Patriots for 5 years. I've picked against Tom Brady for 5 years, and I've always been wrong. Even though the Eagles beat him last year, Tom Brady was still great in that game. I will continue to doubt this team just to be consistent. I believe that the Rams have the things that you need to complicate the game for the Patriots, including pressure up the middle, and I do believe the Rams can do all the things offensively that the Patriots could do. So I'm going to pick the Rams, and I'm sure I'm going to regret this on Monday.
I'm gonna pick the Pats. Poppy?
No, I'm not picking the Pats.
What
no.
the
You got
hell,
too many
guys?
Super Bowls already.
That's
What
right.
do we
So
have
many.
to do?
Many.
What do they have to do to get you to pick them?
She's a two-sport star. Why are we doing the 30 for 30 on Dion when she's played for the Patriots and the Celtics? What is with this we?
Coming up next on Highly Questionable.
That's good. Nice pass. Okay.
Just gonna keep.
Oh.
He's gonna keep getting close.
My Son's TV show is brought to you by USAA Insurance, banking and investments tailored for the military community.
It all with
Time to play the game that is actually an impostor. Do you question?
You give us topics and events, we question them.
He's been a hologram for 2.5 years. He's no longer with us. Dark. I went dark.
It's really dark.
Do you question the chemistry between Blake and Reggie?
Poppy, what do you call Reggie? You've been calling him this for a long time.
Mr. October!
Right, that
That's
works
right.
in baseball. It doesn't work when your name is Reggie Jackson and you play basketball, and October doesn't really matter. But last we checked in with Blake and Reggie. This was an interview Blake was doing after a victory in which he was sour on the team, and Reggie did the clown car thing.
Well, do you take a big exhale after this one?
I'm not sure. I mean,
it's just nothing to be proud of, man. This is just masking our issue. You know what I mean? Like we gotta lock in and finish games. Like our lack of focus at the end of games has been awful. And that's why we lose games like this. So I'm not necessarily. I'm happy with the win, but I'm not necessarily happy with how we close this game out.
It was a great start for you guys tonight, and that has been an issue at times this season. How much did you kind of take it upon yourself to get guys going?
I didn't know you had an interview. You know what I'm saying? I was posing. I'll get you in a minute.
All right. Now let's go to what happened last night. Their on-court chemistry, is it worse than that?
That's good. Nice pass. Okay. But, oh.
Just gonna keep.
Oh.
He's gonna keep getting close.
Oh, you take it. No, you take it.
Crazy.
You take it. That's like a scene out of Semi-Pro. They're like Jackie Moon. That's like a. It feels like chess. You know, to me, they're playing chess.
I feel like they were going to keep doing that through the 24-second clock until Blake was inside the basket getting the ball.
Well, this is progress. I'm very, very impressed because usually Mr. October, he doesn't pass the ball at all. You know what I mean?
True.
He keeps the ball for himself.
And that was like 6 passes.
It was about 6 or 7
was
passes
trying
he
to
got.
get-
That's
He
right.
was trying to be able to tell his coach, hey, man, I passed 6 times this game. You remember?
Padding his stats.
Do you question if this is within the unwritten rules of Kiss Cam?
My
God.
father loves Kiss Cam.
Oh, I hate them.
Okay, I was going to ask her, but she got in preemptively.
so dumb.
Okay, they're so dumb. Is this one dumb or funny?
Bet it's fake. No, no, what?
Oh, dear God.
Oh, God. Hilarious. So funny.
Diamond Dallas Page there got a face full of something good.
Well, you gotta be careful when you do something like that to an old guy. You know, he could stop breathing any minute. Then, you know what I mean?
My father
Very different
knows. You
to
got to be
breathe
careful.
under the
You got to
blouse,
be careful.
or the sweater.
What was that?
Reach out for breath of air. All of a sudden, you can make it. Do you question if the two-handed throw is a viable dodgeball strategy?
Oh, I love dodgeball, whether it's the movie or seeing Alex Smith in the Pro Bowl or just seeing people hit in the face with something rubbery. Let's see what we've got here. I'm
What is
sorry I
happening
said
on
it
this
that
show?
way. I'm sorry I said it. Oh, good God.
That's brilliant.
Woo!
That's brilliant. Because I'll tell you what, the worst thing about dodgeball for a person with small hands is you cannot get the right grip on the ball. So I got to practice that.
Was that Tim Lincecum? Look to me, that was Tim Lincecum, huh?
I was looking for the joke that wasn't offensive, and he found it before I did.
Do you question if Alexander Goldinsky almost came up with a brilliant plan?
All right, we're going out to New Jersey. I don't know if that's the dude's name, Alexander Goldinsky.
Who is that?
I don't know. Let's check him out in New Jersey.
Oh, it's just a guy.
It's a guy, but he's got a liability scam here. He's trying to get this company in trouble because
What?
yeah,
Oh,
Yes.
that wasn't even subtle.
I know it wasn't subtle, but if you think that wasn't subtle, wait till you get a load of some of this.
Oh, God. Is he looking around?
Watch this, Katie.
No, 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 sir. Oh, boy.
Wow.
Wow. Give him an Oscar.
And $200 million in court.
Everybody knows the real scam to pull at the soda machine is you ask the lady at the counter for a cup for water, and then you fill it with soda.
Oh, we're doing the show with a criminal.
I have seen a worse scam.
A worse scam?
Oh, let's see it.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember this. I remember
you
this.
remember
Watch
that.
this. Watch this guy.
Oh,
right
God.
here.
Oh, God. With his head.
Oh my God, that's so dumb.
With his head.
Yes, that's correct.
He chose to drove it.
That
Why?
is right. That is right.
I thought when you said, I know a bigger scam, it was just going to be a clip of this show.
Highly questionable. My Son's TV show is brought to you by Verizon, chosen by experts, chosen by you. Time to play the game that is hosting a Super Bowl party at Dance House, and everyone is invited. See? Oh no. Come on down.
Oh, relax.
Saturday on ABC, Lakers at Warriors.
Poppy, oh look, he's excited about that. I wonder who he's rooting for. Let's check in. Overtime, Lakers and Clippers. JaVale McGee and LeBron James. What happened? They're up 2, late, gonna ice the game. Oh, JaVale.
no.
JaVale. Oh, for the love of God, JaVale.
Man.
No, they don't want Anthony Davis. No, why would they want Anthony Davis? Katie, are you intrigued?
No, and I'm extra mad at JaVale because we sent him shoes, a free pair of shoes that had the name of our show on them, and he didn't wear them. So it's not personal. It's not interested in the game.
That sounded pretty personal. Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. Are you kidding me? I mean, LeBron against the Warriors, I bet that groin is going to start hurting again. I'm telling you, he's going to be in that bench for all game long, you know, and after the game, he's going to be sidelined for another 3 or 4 weeks, you know. I might work for it. The groin is coming back.
Can we stop saying groin, please?
Groin.
No!
Oh, there it is.
Sunday on the Animal Planet, the Puppy Bowl.
Who can say no to this? You can't say no to this, right? Even if you're not a dog lover, you can't say no to this. What is this? Just romping tiny animals? What do we have here?
Rough. Yeah, I'm in.
I'm too, but they put the bare minimum into that
I know,
ad
well,
and the
they don't.
music. Like they just had the dog
They don't
sitting
have
there and
to.
like, sell it, boys.
Look, Team Rough has been really pulling it off lately, but I think that Team Fluff are going to come through this year.
Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very, very intrigued, but those are not my favorite dogs. These are.
Oh, boy.
Yes, this
That's
is
it.
good.
That's what I'm looking for. The tough competition.
There it is. Thank you. A montage of dogs. I thought he was just going to stay there and sniff.
Yeah.
Yay, puppies. He's driving.
That one.
Cute and cuddly tradition continues with Kitten Bowl 6. It all starts February 2nd on Hallmark Channel.
No. The cats aren't going to play with it. They're going to play with it a little, and then they're going to tell all the humans there that they hate them, and they're going to go take a nap.
Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very, very intrigued, but those are not my favorite cats. These are. Yeah.
I knew that we were
That's
getting
right.
to something good.
There we go.
Here it is. Yeah, they're jerks.
Oh, man, that's a
Yeah,
name.
they're
Look at
jerks.
that.
These cats are jerks. Yeah, like that.
Is that a bat?
He fell asleep. It was a fat cat. He fell asleep on the job.
Tonight at 1:30 on E, dating, #NoFilter.
Not again. No, not again.
Not
Please
again
don't.
for you. You've only been here 2 days. We've done this 5 days this week, and this is a continuation of the cringeworthy date we showed you yesterday.
It's the same guy.
Do you mind if I order?
Right.
You got her, Poppy. You got her, Poppy. You got her.
Right. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching.
If I do this, he can't get me. Say go Pats.
You're not coming back next week?
No, Poppy, I'm not.
Hey!
Oh, you don't have to join in, Dan.